Alright, y'all. Whew. It's Alchemy of Life back with another video. We got a heavy informational day today. Uh, whoo-wee. But first, I want to say like, subscribe to the channel, hit the email, and I'll leave that in the description if you need any spell work. Getting the final things for the Etsy shop done. Sorry guys that that's coming in kind of slow. But anything that I offer on the Etsy shop, you can actually order through email, which is for right now, my spell work. I do prosperity spells, reversal spells, like a little bit of revenge work, self-love for right now, and spell jars, honey jars, prosperity jars. And I also do, like revenge jars and stuff. Also, you can order colloidal gold, amazingly made. It is A1100. You can order that to the email as well. Also, guys, look what I got. This candle that you can't really see burning is this candle right here, and my camera's focusing finally. It is by Man of Letters, Keith Garcia, Man of Letters here on YouTube. He is the homie. Here is the wax COK that came on this letter. Handwritten letter, calligraphy style. As you can see, it's a sorry for the wait. Can't talk today. A sorry for the wait letter. Love it. Doing another video at the altar. Today's video is heavy on the information, and I'm going to title it 5G, the Endocrine system, and its effects during these times, or something during that. And I was going to include melanin into the discussion because that's the three types of melanin and how they play in to these times as well. But I was just being lazy and didn't want to finish the writing and research because I made notes. So that's going to be I did tell myself, I talked myself out of it, saying melanin deserves its own video, and it kind of really does. The three types, it might be a little bit shorter. This is going to be a little bit longer one, but this one, I'm thinking it's probably going to be my best one yet for some reason. I'm thinking there's another video that's my best, but this one, everybody's going to love this one. I'm channeling my inner Thoth on this one. So, without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to talk about 5G. As you know, 5G frequencies aren't good or bad. They can affect you either way. So I'm going to focus on the low frequencies by telling you that when you become on a higher frequency, it helps you more than it hurts you. So by saying that, you'll see what I mean by the information that I convey, and you can fact check me. You can go ahead and do your thing. You're supposed to. I encourage it. You might find out things that I didn't, see. So, we're going to start off with 5G, aka UVB solar radiation, and the symptoms of UVB solar radiation, aka 5G frequencies. Now, 5G, aka the solar radiation we're going through, it's just the sun's getting hotter. The ionosphere is no longer protecting us from the sun, meaning we have a new sun, aka Saturn, the black sun, the sun from the ancient times, which I will go over a little bit later in this video. So the symptoms of that are fatigue, headaches and or fevers, swollen lymph nodes, flu-like symptoms, skin rashes, blisters, nausea, melanoma, which is a form of skin cancer, damage to fibrous tissue, etc. So that's just off the fucking dome. That's what the shit's doing when you're on that lower frequency. That's what it's doing. So let's go to that's the outside. Let's go to the inside. Let's go to the immune system. What is it doing to your immune system? So 5G alters immune response by immune response by changing activity and distribution of cells responsible for triggering these responses. The response of a higher immune system. 5G solar radiation can permanently damage your DNA. That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, these all organic, the black ink in them, organic as well, and made out of 100% good beeswax. This isn't your average candle. It doesn't have any of those regular chemicals that other candles have that aren't really, 100% organically handmade instead of factory made. But a lot of candles I've been getting now have been handmade from small sources, which means I know the energy is definitely all A1. Shameless plug for Man of Letters. That's Keith is the homie. So that is. Oh, okay. That is just off the dome with 5G radiation that's just one perspective. Like I said, I gave you the other perspective that it will help you out once you're on that higher frequency. It'll be doing the opposite. It will be doing the opposite. So, stay tuned for that. But we're gonna go over some more. So basically, I'm gonna hit all three sources: the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. So I'm gonna go over how does UVB solar radiation affect you mentally, physically, and spiritually, and then how to protect yourselves in those ways will be how we close out. So let me just scoot the camera back. Mentally, 5G can be described as like the bird box effect. Because it's causing people to do crazy, crazy things mentally. It's it's kind of altering their mental structure and their mental perception of their current reality, causing delusions of grandeur off the dome. Like if you see Bird Box, that's on a mental level, that's what it's doing to people. That's what it's doing to people on the lower frequencies. They're going Bird Box because they can't handle that primordial force energy, in that type of way. So it's causing people delusions of grandeur, people are committing suicide, people are having mass depressions, you'll see everybody's depressed, heightened addictions, everybody's substance overdosing, aggressive behavior, you'll see people who are never really aggressive, now they're aggressive for some reason, and for no reason at all. It's like weird. Really weird. And you're like, why? Like, what's happening? Is it something in the air, the water? Like Phil Collins said, I can feel it in the air tonight. Like, for real. That's just like the icing in like the top, the surface layer. You'll see the deeper things once you recognize the surface level. You can go deeper. So the spiritual effects of 5G radiation, essentially 5G is the coming of the old gods to put shit back into order, aka the Sagittarian energy. So a lot of things have been out of order, very, very, very chaotic. Saturn is the black planet. Alright, the planet of structure, time, order. It's coming to set shit right. So all these things that I'm gonna go over that seem like they're negative things, you can see them as they're negative, and then you can see the positive effects of people who are going through these things if they do the right things. Like I'm getting ready to say, after I go over this information I'm going over now, it will have a positive effect on them. They will come to order and get their shit together. Otherwise, if this hadn't happened, they would have stayed the same. Nothing would have propelled them or pushed them into this new season. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we need this type of energy, that kick in the ass, that smack in the face. You know? So, it's just that Saturnarian energy coming to put shit back into order. The current solar radiation, you can tell this isn't our sun. It's the old sun from ancient times. This was the sun in ancient Egypt. You know, the sun in ancient Egypt was Saturn, aka the black sun and or the black planet. This is where religion got that whole Jesus story from these type of, it's mythology for a reason. Mythology is just science. So they try to relate through mythology, so they code the science with mythology, with stories and things like that. Saturn is the planet of, like I said, structure and order, among other things. So these audacious effects, like I said, may seem negative, but they influence positive change on all three levels of existence. We're all on Saturn now. We're being flooded with that energy since last year. This is our Saturn. We're essentially there. Think about it as we're no longer on Earth, motherfucker. Bitch, you're on Saturn. Or Earth is being flooded with Saturn energies through the sun, meaning we're influenced by Saturn, so bitch, we might as well be there. Because the climate has changed to that of Saturn, Saturnarian style, through the influence of its energies. So I'm going to give you my perspective of solutions that will work on all levels. So that I've given you the physical, the mental, and the spiritual of one side of how we're being affected by these energies. I'm going to give you the protection side. You know, if you haven't already been doing some of these things, remember what I say isn't the be all end all, but these are things that have proven to work for myself and will scientifically work for most people. Everybody's individual being, body, mind, and soul is different. So certain things might not work for you, certain things will, but I guarantee you it's going to work for somebody because it's worked for me. All right. So, on the physical health end, obviously, you gotta want to eat healthier. That's just a given with these type of energies in the sun. Our animals that we're eating, aka our meat sources and our poultry and our fish, they're outside or in the water. So they're getting this radiation bad. You know, they're more susceptible to it than us. Now, I eat meat, but I'm starting to eat a lot less of it. So, eat healthier, eat a lot less meat, especially red meat, and or don't do it at all. You know, go vegetarian or vegan, just eat chicken and stuff, chicken and fish, if you don't want to give it up totally. Some people have until these times pass because they passed before, because it went from being like this in ancient Egypt to the whole world, not just in ancient Egypt, but around the world. But I'm just exploiting that society. I have ties there, and it's easiest to quote them because they recorded this shit. The best. And reserved the information for us to find. So, it was just easier to go there. So they talked about times like this. They happened and then they passed, and now they're back. It's a cycle. So these times won't last forever, is what I'm saying. So obviously eat healthier, consume less meat, or try like eating more vegetables, and try like a vegan diet, and then make it not vegan by throwing a steak or something around it, or your favorite meat around that diet. So you have your healthy vegetables, your fruits and all that, and then you throw your meat around it, but eat a lot less of it. It'll be healthier for you to eat that steak or whatever, but it's still, the meat still might be radiated. Bigger chance. So eating a lot less of cutting down would be the key if you're not going to stop. Cutting down and, knowing how to also abstain or fast for periods of time. For 1 to 3 days, and for those 1 to 3 days, you want to guzzle at least a gallon and a half to 2 gallons of good distilled water, or whatever water you like to drink, but I'm going to go over water here in a second. So stay tuned. Flushing you out so you get a good restart your gut and all that good stuff. So cutting down on the meat, getting more vegetables and fruit, especially those high in chlorophyll, aka plant melanin. We're talking about the vegetables here. Well, fruits are plants as well. So your green fruits and your green plants, you're going to want to get a lot more of those in somehow, some way. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in depth on the chlorophyll and here in a second. Like I said, stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. 8 to 10 glasses at least of good spring, alkaline, or distilled water. It's best for most to have at least that. But I would say go with a half a gallon to a gallon or more. Or really, you're supposed to go with a gallon of water for every 100 pounds. Is what, so your weight. You don't got to tell nobody. A gallon of water for every 100 pounds. So if you're 150, you go with a gallon and a half. If you're in between 100 and 200, like I said, you're going to go between 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, or however that goes, or go the whole 2 gallons, however you want to do. That's up to you. But a gallon of water for every 100 pounds that you weigh. So if you're fucking 50 pounds, fucking 50 ounces would do you, because it's really how much your body can process at once. Really depends on your weight. And that's just science. So the type of water, like I said, good alkaline or spring water or distilled water. But for one, I would recommend distilled water because it's cleaner. It's 100% clean, like especially vapor, steam distilled water. It goes into the body at a lower alkalinity, but when it goes into your body, it alkalizes your body straight up. Because it's distilled water, so it has no minerals. And what it does is it attracts all inorganic minerals in your body and wipes and sweeps them out. Alkaline water essentially doesn't do that. The minerals that are in alkaline water seep inside of your bones. So it hydrates you and refreshes you and can do you good, but distilled water does what you need it to do. What you need water to do most. That's a fact. That is science. I'm coming to you, I'm giving it to you raw here. So that's the water. So this is the physical side of protecting yourself from the 5G energies. And remember, you're going to have to do these things every day just every day, even after these times pass, because it's just a healthy practice to keep yourself, in good shape. Obviously work out. However you want to do that. You don't have to go to the gym. You can do some squats at home. You can buy some stuff to work out at home. Get you a yoga mat. Do some yoga, that type of thing. Kundalini yoga, regular yoga, whatever the fuck you want to do. Work out. Get your mind going. Fun fact, water raises your vibration. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. The more you drink, the more good shit that you drink, the higher your vibration will go. That's the fun fact for the video. Also, supplement very well. Everything, every day if possible. So I'm gonna go on to some supplements that I know that we should be having during these times, because these frequencies are lowering these parts of what these supplements will help us with. But not everybody needs this. But I'm gonna go into what has helped me, so maybe this helps somebody else. Your omega 3, 6, and 9s, at least one of those three, but definitely if you can get a good source of them, like, fish is obviously a good source, but if you can just do your research on omega 3, 6, 9s, you may be able to kill, two birds, one stone, to get a supplement, and organic. Remember, try to find the best supplements, period. No chemicals, none of that shit. Try to find the best shit out there. So if you have to pay a little bit more money to be well, that's what you have to do. Take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself, guys. So omega 3, 6, and 9. Vitamin D3 increases melanin production, just like plant chlorophyll. Vitamin C, K, and E, especially vitamin C and vitamin E. A lot of people's vitamin C levels are low, like vitamin B and B12 would be good, but vitamin E is really good for the skin, and the skin is really being affected with these frequencies. So the skin is the largest organ on the body, and when we detox, a lot of these things that come from inside will be coming out of the skin. So we really need to take care of our skin. Chlorophyll drops. So I just talked about chlorophyll. So if you don't eat a lot of greens, or you're not a fan of leafy green vegetables, let me go get my drops. I'm not promoting, but here you go. This is what I take. I got these for $10 on iHerb, IHERB.com. Isabel Montero put me on. We did a 3-day fast in the group, and she recommended these more than once before. So you can get these on Amazon or at iHerb.com. You're not going to pay no more than $15, and you factor in shipping and handling with that. So between $10 and $15 plus shipping and handling, obviously, and or the tax that the site will charge you. These are good. You take 18 drops in water, shake it up. I mean, the taste isn't that bad, and it helps your blood get more oxygen. It builds red blood cells too. Can't go wrong. And it will help your melanin production, your neuromelanin, your photo or phetomelanin. I forgot the name of that one. That's the pink and the red hue of the skin. So for lighter skinned people who don't have a lot of eumelanin. I myself have lots of eumelanin, but I do have phetomelanin, obviously, because of my hands and my undertones of my feet. Those were the areas that turn red on me and pink on me. So obviously, us darker eumelanin people are multidimensional beings because of that reason. But that doesn't mean anything, because people who have less eumelanin, but they just have a lot less. When they start to tan and go brown, they're getting more eumelanin. Once they start to brown and tan and not like peel and get red and shit, you're getting more eumelanin. That's a thing that a lot of people don't tell you that talk about this subject, because they just want to get the information out there. And that's okay. That's why people like me are out there. That's totally fine. So chlorophyll drops, activated charcoal, organic. Let me go get that. I have some somewhere. This is coconut. This is activated charcoal. Well, coconut activated charcoal. Better than the regular thing. I have cell salts. I got from Seven Bomar, one of the greatest metaphysicians of our time. He runs Secret Energy. These are calcarea sulfur. They help your skin, and as you can see, they help pus, blood, boils, all that shit. they help your skin detoxify. They help with colds. They help with runny noses, runny eyes. Those who have allergies, ditch your allergy medicine and get you some of this shit. Now I do have this. It's a triple omega, the 3, 6, and the 9. I'm gonna get something different because it has it right now it has what should we call it? Oh, soybean oil. Soybean oil is not good for you. Not like a lot of the soybean oil that's going around. It's not organic. It's being manufactured, and I don't want to take my chance. Like the vegetable oil that people use, it's straight soybean oil manufactured. It's not the real thing, and it stops your melanin production on all 3 levels: eumelanin, pheomelanin, and neuromelanin. Neuromelanin is the point between 2 things which white people and black people have in common. That's the blackness of our brain, the pineal gland. Once you get that shit activated and or uncalcified, if yours is calcified, let me tell you, that's that black gold people really be talking about in the metaphysical community, the fucking philosopher's stone. And my drawer will not close. I'm trying to get this. Come on. There we go. Closing my drawer where I keep all my stuff. Work stuff, supplement stuff. What else? Oh, okay, let's get to the colloids. Colloidal gold, amazing for your brain. And now these colloids are the colloids that, a lot of geniuses of our time, a lot of super geniuses of our time were very interested in taking and or took. Like Tesla, Einstein, you name it. Those are just a few that come off the top of my dome. The greatest inventors of our time and creative engineers of our time. Especially in Egypt, they were using it because not only is it good for focus, well, it's kind of good for focus. It's good for meditation, getting you concentrated. So yeah, concentrated, focus. But iridium does a way better job. Way better job. But if you take it in conjunction, oh my God. So colloidal gold is straight up good for your brain in all ways. In small ways, it's good for the magnetizing your blood and magnetizing your brain and your heart, making you more attractive, literally. I don't know why that's all I can think of at the moment because I'm going so quick. So I'm going to move on to colloidal silver. Colloidal silver, out of all the colloids, is really like the real medicinal one. It's going to make you ditch your antibiotics. Oh, it's going to make you not have to go to the doctor. It takes care of everything almost except for fungus. And some of it is so strong these days that it is taking care of fungus. You get a cold, silver. You have allergies, silver. You got mucus because you ate greasy foods, silver. You name it, silver will take care of it. In so many different ways. You got to cut, silver. And silver is what they used to use on the soldiers before World War II, and they started using antibiotics when they were getting their legs blown off and shit, and make sure that shit didn't get grown fungus or gangrene. They used colloidal silver, and they would be okay, or they use things that contain silver, like silver parts, silver metals, and different things like that, so that it would not, get infected or anything like that. So that's what that colloid is good for. Platinum is good for amazing creativity, mind expansion. It's really what I call the artist. If you're an artist or you're a content creator here on YouTube, platinum is your shit. Gold's going to get your shit together, get you, up and moving, give you all that great energy. Silver's going to keep you healthy. And iridium is a platinum as well. It's in the platinum family. Iridium is going to really magnetize your brain. It's It's going to put you in the zone. Like how Steph Curry's in the zone when he's shooting threes, or how Michael Jordan was in the zone back when he had the flu game when he was shitting his pants. He was so fucking sick on the court. He was shitting himself, but he was in the zone. He could not be stopped. Iridium, baby. Iridium. You know, when you get into that divination zone, or that zone where you're just going and you cannot be stopped, iridium is so good. Iridium is found in our brain. It's 90% of the weight of our brain is iridium. A lot of us don't get these minerals, you know? So that's why, especially during these times, like we're talking about the 5G, it's so imperative to get these things, especially now, because we already lack them. So we're really going to be lacking them during these times. Oh, and milk thistle drops. Milk thistle is